Here's a Rokinon 35mm T1.5. Here's the specific information for this version. This is a MFT mount, but it works on, it's got the focal length for 35mm full frame. I got this lens for my Panasonic Micro Four Thirds cameras. This is a GH5, so I thought that, oh, since I'm just going to use it for the GH4, GH5s, I might as well buy the version with the MFT mount. But what I should have done is just got the Canon mount, like it normally comes, like the majority of these lenses come in, and got a cheap adapter, EF2 Micro Four Thirds adapter. That's what I should have done, because now that I have this version, I can't use this on my Canon C100 Mark IIs or any of the Canon cinema cameras, because this is a Micro Four Thirds, even though this lens will work on a larger sensor camera. In this video, I'm going to do a very short shootout of the Rokinon 35mm T1.5 to the Sigma 1.4, and I'm going to use a speed booster, a metabones speed booster. I haven't seen a comparison like this elsewhere online, mostly because it's an unnecessary non-apples to apples comparison and no one would do this, but I haven't seen it. I had all this gear. I thought I would do it just to see for myself what it would look like. I'm shooting on the Rokinon T1.5 35mm. I'm at ISO 200 T4. I'm shooting MP4 10-bit 30p 4K UHD. Might go down a little bit in the T-stop. I'll go to a 5.6 because it's, my histogram is saying I'm a little bright. Alright, now I step down to a 5.6. You can hear airplanes. This is a manually focused lens. This is not auto. So I'm manually focusing. And the focus is butter smooth, which is the main reason why you would get the cinema lenses. The throw of the lens is pretty wide, so it gives me a lot of control with the manual focusing. And manually focusing on the GH5 is pretty nice because of the peaking and the LCD. I'm also using the GH5's in-camera stabilization, so this helps a lot when using a manual lens with no image stabilization. When going handheld. Now I'm shooting on the Sigma 1.4 with the Metabone speed booster. The focal length has changed because the speed booster, the one I have, multiplies the focal length by 0.064 times. I'll have to do the math on what that equates to. It's not equivalent to using the Rokinon because it does not have the speed booster on it. Speed booster consequently makes the lens brighter as well. I have the image stabilization, in-camera stabilization on. The manual focusing isn't that bad, but it's not as smooth as the Rokinon. The autofocus is going a little bananas as it's trying to focus on my dog's face. I'm shooting at an f8, so a lot of things are in focus, but I still hear it struggling. Now I'm in a lower light situation. I'm shooting on the Sigma 35mm 1.4 with the Metabone speed booster. Now I'm shooting on the Rokinon 35mm T1.5. I'm shooting at 1.5 ISO 400. All manual focus. The focal length got tighter because I'm no longer using the speed booster. So this is what the lens looks like all the way open. To me, I'm already noticing, at least from the LCD screen of the GH5, that it looks a little soft. It doesn't look as sharp as the Sigma did, which could be good or bad. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop down to a 2.8 and I'm going to raise the ISO so I get more in focus now, and I think the picture sharpened a little bit. There you go. Of those short tests I did, I couldn't really tell the quality of the image versus these two lens setups, but I did like the usability on manual focus with the Rokinon. If I were doing a narrative video film and it involved a big crew, I think this Rokinon 35mm is a good deal, and I'd even invest or rent the other focal lengths, not just the 35. But I think for a more versatile usage, the 35mm Sigma with the Metabones is a better deal for me anyways. But there you go. That's what it looks like with the Rokinon T1.5 35mm on the GH5. What did you think about the quality difference in the image with these two lenses?